Hi, my name is Robin Roselle. I'm a printmaker. I love lithography. I love relief. My time spent in Albuquerque was spent predominantly falling deeply in love with lithography, but I also am an avid sewer and I love to draw. And when I'm in a really crazy mood, I like to try and find a place where all three of those mediums meet in the middle. Down to the root of it, my work is really about storytelling. I come from this really large and magical family. They're really supportive and amazing. And they have this treasure trove filled with stories and memories that every time we go to my grandma's house, we'll sit around and we'll listen to members of my family tell stories, whether it be their own personal memories growing up or these stories from generations before them that have turned into like almost like folklore. These images are partially collaborated memories amongst members of my family or people that I love. And they feel like memories, and a lot of the times they're rooted in imagery of the skies where amazement and wonder and moments of pondering about things. And I think a lot of that comes through in the images that I make. Making my work, I typically start by rummaging through photographs. That's a practice that I have done most of my life. I have archives and archives of family photos from my dad's side, family photos from my mom's side. I collect letters and emails from family members about stories or tidbits of information that they share with me. I keep these things because I think they're worth keeping. But when I'm starting working on a project, I'll typically look at these images and draw inspiration from them as memories. This first image is titled Our North Stars. It's a one-color lithograph about this conversation I had with my dad. As we were saying our goodbyes, my dad gave me a present. I opened it and it was a ball peen hammer. And this hammer had definitely seen better days. It was looking really weathered and worn. I was very, very confused by the gift. And he explained to me that it was my great grandmother's and it was over 100 years old. And I could hear like the choking in his voice. And he said, I just don't want you to forget where you came from. And I knew what he meant. He was talking about the strength of that woman and the fact that I am a descendant of her. And I really was thinking about that. My great grandmother and my grandmother, they both endured tragedies in their life, but they managed and fought through it and created the most beautiful of lives. And I really wanted to make something to pay respects to that. The image is titled Bobby and Minnie versus the World. It's a 5-color reduction print. I actually printed this in 2 different color variations. But as I made this, I was going through all these old family images, and I found this picture of me and my little sister Emily of when we were very little kids, and we had this pink Barbie Jeep. And I just was thinking about these memories of me and her had created this entire world that we played and learned in, and it was very real to us. And I think that's a universal thing that children do all over the world is play and create. And I was thinking about that, but I was also thinking about sisterhood in my own family. Sisterhood is a thread that goes through each generation. I have 2 sisters myself. My grandmother was very best friends with her sister. My great grandmother had, I believe, 4 sisters, and my mom is a sister as well. And what's common in all of those relationships is that the relationship between sisters is a strong bond. Your sisters are people that share not only your memories, but your secrets and your dreams. And I wanted to investigate that type of bond. This next image is titled Nux. It's a 5-color reduction woodcut that I sheen collated onto a relief print. This is from a photo that I took in 2007 with a Polaroid camera. At the time, this was my new boyfriend, someone that I hadn't known very long. And I'm 31 years old now, and that person is now a major part of my life and family. So I was thinking about how people come into our life. In 2015, I experienced a brain hemorrhage due to an undiagnosed disease, which for several months of my life, I lost all of my vision. And in result, I had to have several brain surgeries, several eye surgeries, and many procedures. It was very consuming, and at the time, it was an absolute nightmare. Overall, as crazy as it sounds, it ended up being something that I am so grateful for. It gave me a new perspective on life. It completely changed the course of my entire life. And without going through that, I don't know if I would be pursuing the things I'm pursuing now. This image is titled Diplopia. It's micron on paper. If you look really, really close, it's entirely stippled. So diplopia is the medical term for double vision. The aftermath of everything, I have permanent double vision. And so a lot of times I try and draw that way. So it's a fun thing for me to play with, but also it is a new sense of reality for me. This image is a relief printed jacket I made with crossbats on the back that have nails in them. The story behind that is when I was going through everything I was going through, and in my moments of weakness or before I had a surgery, my little sister would whisper in my ear, "tough as nails." And it became a mantra between the two of us. I've continued that imagery through a lot of my drawings, and it has a significant amount of value to me, but it is a symbol of strength for me and badassery. After graduation, I plan to continue to work at being a working artist. I want to apply to grad schools and continue in any avenue that allows me to make things. It's all I want to do.